Do it again.
When we come back, A-News reporter Jonathan Bartlett will introduce us to a real-life horse whisperer. That and more after
We
a
have
break.
to try to bring his adrenaline down so his learning can go up.
Well, some people call him the horse whisperer. Tom DeRoser is the only certified Monty Roberts horse trainer in Canada. It is a training method that is non-violent. In other words, no hitting, no force, and no cruelty. And the instructor is in Nanaimo this week, giving demonstrations and offering training to others. A-News Mid-Island Bureau Chief Jonathan Bartlett has the story. He's live in our Nanaimo Bureau with more. Jonathan.
Hudson, the method is called join-up. It's the training of horses using their own language to establish trust. And it is especially helpful for difficult horses who may have experienced abuse or neglect at some point in their lives.
Just remember, he's a powerful horse.
Jackson is a 12-year-old saddlebred horse. He's large, powerful, and has proved too much to handle for his owner, who happens to be in her 70s. So she brought him to Rob DeVore, a Nanaimo horse trainer. And right away, he could see Jackson was going to be a challenge.
We put the bit in his mouth. I barely touched it, and he almost went over backwards, and I wasn't even putting any pressure.
Which probably means at some point in his life, Jackson was badly handled.
Somebody's been really hard on his mouth, a hard handler somehow, somewhere.
Jackson could be a perfect candidate for a training method that this man teaches.
Just bring your hand up, There, now bring it down.
His name is Tom DeRoser. He's Canada's only certified trainer of the Monty Roberts join-up method.
We have to try to bring his adrenaline down so his learning can go up. A lot of people say I'm a horse whisperer, animal communicator. Nice, keep going. Go all the way around that long line.
What Tom does, and what the Monty Roberts method teaches, is the training of horses using their own language to establish trust.
Monty Roberts is a well-known horse trainer in California who works with horses using their natural language, the body language. The silent language of horses is what he calls it. It's because the horses have their own language. That's how they have to communicate through body language. So since they can't speak our language, we have to learn theirs.
The philosophy behind the Monty Roberts method is to never lay a hand on a horse. And if you want him to do something, make him think it was his idea.
Okay, now ask him to turn the other way. Nice and easy.
As opposed to conventional horse training that uses hitting and force to make the horse obey, this method uses a non-violent approach.
I was also a traditional horseman at one time. But I didn't like the way things were done. I didn't like the way horses were being tied up, the way they were being hit. Just watch where your long line is. He might back up on you.
Tom DeRoser is in Nanaimo this week to demonstrate this kindler, gentler horse training to other horse owners, and to train Rob DeVore, who will one day be able to teach others in the Monty Roberts method.
Well, whenever we told everybody Tom was coming, my phone's been ringing off the hook. You know, can you fix my horse? Can you help me out? You know, I've got 2 here and another one coming just because Tom's here.
Meanwhile, Jackson has a long way to go, but seems to be responding well.
His history has told me is that he's never really actually been, nobody's ever let him to be a horse. Somebody down the line didn't respect who he is.
And Jackson deserves respect, and so do all the so-called difficult horses, who just need someone to listen to them for a change. And Rob DeVore, who you met in our story, runs a charity called Trinity Horse Haven. They help horses and horse families in need on Vancouver Island. They provide training and financial assistance so that horses don't end up being neglected. You can contact Trinity Horse Haven through their website at trinityhorsehaven.com. Hudson?
All right, Jonathan Bartlett reporting. Jonathan, thanks.
Thank you.
Well, birders from around the world